Yeah, the timer is a little cut off, but I think Fiesel will fix that. Okay, so Brimstone is off. iFail is off as well. If you do see any of the single game feeds freeze up, it's just Fiesel syncing everything up. So don't worry about that. All right, so they are just simply running through Asylum. I'm sure you've seen this 100 times, if not 1,000 times. This is a hunter start, so they'll simply go through and well, they don't. Oh yeah, they do use black fire bombs. No, I see. I forgot about this part. This
yeah, and if you do DT+5 with the ESM, equip slot management, then you start hunter. But yeah, they will be doing fire bombs.
Yeah.
Or I guess iFail isn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so iFail is doing something slightly different then.
Yeah, it looks like it. I didn't see what class he started as. Okay, he started hunter. So.
Yeah, they both started hunter, and there you see a quick freeze and synchronization of the two streams. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if Brimstone is doing DT+5 then. I probably should have taken a look at that just to make sure, because I don't remember DT+5 starting with bombs.
Yeah, I thought I heard that they were both doing DT+5.
Yeah. I don't know, but we'll see. I thought these routes were going to be the exact same, but maybe we will see some divergences, which is always interesting. But Asylum's fairly simple. Brimstone's fight was just throwing firebombs at Asylum Demon to kill him. iFail is going to have to sneak past these hollows here, which can be annoying sometimes. But he gets by with just a little bit of an issue. No problem, really.
Yeah, so iFail is going to be doing a jump attack off of this, off the top here, and you actually doing the jump attack gives you a double hit on Asylum Demon. As you saw, he did a little bit of damage, and then the plunge attack damage. That's actually the jump attack damage hitting first, and then the plunge attack damage on top of that.
Oh yeah, and Mario did mention that Brim started Thief. Okay, so they're just different character classes, probably merging into the same route. Oh, you know what? I think I know why that difference exists, because Brimstone is probably going to use the throwing knives for the Hellkite Drake, and iFail will probably just do the easier option of shooting him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess you can start either way.
Alright, so Brimstone and iFail just running through the Berg now, dealing with the RNG of these hollows.
Yeah, these hollows can be very, very annoying sometimes if they decide to all just do their jump attack.
When that Drake lands on the bridge there, you have a few frames to do a roll to avoid the stagger animation. You pretty much need to do it as the foot is hitting the bridge, so it can be a little bit precise. And you see iFail do it right there.
Yeah, so Brimstone bought the throwing knives there. Plus, he also bought the bottomless box, which will be used for duping the dragon scales. And he also bought rapier, which will be used for move swap. And I think he also bought a shield.
Did you used to run the Crapple Mage route that had the throwing knives?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was never really never a big fan of that.
No, you just died 80% of it, or you died most of the time when running past Hellkite. Some days it was a lot worse than others.
Alright, so picking up the gold pine resin as usual. Two runners very close to each other right now. They'll be at Taurus any minute now. So the Taurus fight, pretty simple with a bandit knife. I do think you stagger him eventually, right? With like 7 hits or something?
You know, I don't remember. It's been so long. But I think you're right, yeah.
And of course, with the short sword, it takes 4 hits to stagger him.
Yeah, iFail going for the one-handed R1 strats at the beginning. Unfortunately, he missed there. And Brimstone actually ends up Ends up dying to Taurus Demon.
Yeah, unfortunately ends up dying to Taurus Demon. Taurus falling off for iFail. Nice.
Is that the first time that's happened in tournament?
I think so. Yeah, that's the first time we've seen that. Yeah, so Taurus is a weird fight. I always have a problem with Taurus with a couple of the attacks, and it can be especially bad if Taurus keeps jumping back and you have to worry about the archers hitting you.
Yeah, a lot of Taurus's attacks can be dodged just by running under him or to the side.
Yeah, there's one particular overhead attack that just has kind of like almost like a magnet. It's really good at hitting you from just about anywhere. Right, so iFail continuing through here. He'll head into the Undead Church, or whatever you want to call it. Brimstone will be heading back to this fight. So he has 2 gold pine resins now. One for Taurus, and I don't... does he need the other one? I can't remember.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Not unless he does early gargoyles, but I can't see why he would do that, so...
Alright, so iFail's setting up for... well, not setting up for Sun's Gate Skip yet. He's going to go down and get RTSR first, I think.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
Brimstone makes sure he gets his 40 souls back. Very important.
Every little bit helps. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, he heals up. He should be in a good situation now. One more hit, and there's Taurus.
I think iFail is actually going for Sen's Gate Skip or Gargoyles.
Okay, so he's going for Gargoyles. Okay. Yeah, I'm still fairly unfamiliar with DT+5. I personally have not run it. I've watched it, but kind of in fragments.
Yeah, I've only run it with ESM, so it's a different way of getting RTSR. So I'm not sure exactly what the differences are.
So with ESM, you would you do the ONS fight without RTSR, I guess?
Yeah, Iron Golem ONS. Well, basically, you get RTSR after Priscilla, so it's actually quite a few fights without RTSR.
All right, so iFail quitting out there, just a little bit of a traffic jam in the hollow room. Oh, and he does die there to that one hollow that just would not move out of the way. So that's going to pretty much even things out here.
It will actually be very close now, yeah.
Oh, of course. He takes Undead Parish Bonfire. So yeah, iFail still be ahead. But Brimstone did gain a little bit of time there.
Oh man, that was close.
Yeah, these hollows, unless you have pathing that you do over and over again, and you get good results from, they can be kind of annoying with their RNG.
Man, these bouncer hollows.
Yeah, takes another death there. I always like to, even though you can do the S-Dock strat there, I always like to just block the first 2 hollows and wait for the other guy to come out.
Yeah, that is definitely the safer strat. Well, now they are actually very even.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so Brimstone triggering the elevator there. Being careful not to get hit by that Berenike Knight. And of course, this guy, if you see what happens there, occasionally you'll be positioned on the stairs just below him, and he'll be attempting to hit you with his weapon, and nothing will happen because there's no hitbox when you're, I guess, a little bit below the enemy.
Yeah, and then the Berenike Knight ends up catching up, and it's just bad.
Yeah.
Brimstone actually got backstabbed there. He decided to play it safe and heal. Unfortunately, it didn't work out too well.
Yeah. Alright, so these two runners basically right next to each other now. We'll see how Gargoyles treats them. So the one attack that I hate seeing from the Gargoyles are the side-to-side swipes where they chain them together 2 or 3 times. I really hope we don't see that here.
Oh, man. Yeah, Brimstone decides to just quit out and reset instead of trying to salvage that.
Very good fight for iFail. With the move swap Drake Sword there, he makes quick work of them. That one attack that the Gargoyle just did for Brimstone tends to waste a lot of time. This is the side-to-side attack that I really do dislike.
He's actually got 2 Gargoyles now.
Yeah. You have to be really cautious when you get 2 like this. You want them to do the fire attacks because that gives you a big window for attacking.
He just needs 1 more hit on the first one.
Oh, and he gets
man.
hit again. So unfortunately, that's another death. The good thing is, you know, they're not doing like the old, I don't know, one of the old Crapple Mage routes where you get the scimitar and you have to use Gold Pine Resin on these guys. So, you can pretty much do it unlimited amount of times.
So iFail's actually, he is going for RTSR now, the Red Tearstone Ring. I'm guessing he's also going to pick up the Grass Crest Shield on the way.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I think there's a few different ways of dropping down to RTSR here. Some are safer than others.
Yeah, he could go for the jump here. Looks like he is.
Yeah, so the traditional way to get RTSR is to go through Valley of Drakes. But not too long ago, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, this little shortcut was found out, and it makes things, I guess, a bit tougher, but shorter in the long run.
Yeah. I know when I was learning that jump, I wasn't very consistent at it. It does take some practice.
Yeah, I have a lot of trouble with it, too.
I still always get a stored roll when I try to do it as well, so far from perfect at it.
Alright, he just needs 1 more hit on this gargoyle if he would just land. There we go. No fire attack, but looks pretty good.
Yeah, there we go.
So that was 3 hits for the second gargoyle because he got a counter attack there. Otherwise it would have been 4. Alright, so iFail coming down to the Valley of Drakes now. We'll just go up to the tower, grab RTSR, and bone out of there. Brimstone putting on the gargoyle helm.
It's a tradition. You gotta put it on if you get it.
Alright, so what you're going to see iFail do here is he's actually going to dupe using the pickup animation. Dupes can be done on all sorts of different animations, and you can do things like move swap as well on all sorts of different animations. It has to do with how the queuing system works in the game.
Yeah. You're basically tricking what he did there was trick the game into thinking he used an Estus, but it actually used the bone. So he actually lost an Estus from that, but used the homeward bone instead.
Alright, so iFail setting up Sensgate skip here. He's going to want to force his character into the kill cam, but not the kill box, and he gets the rare jump back.
Yeah, you don't
I've
see
not
that
seen that in a while. Yeah. Alright, excellent. So yeah, do you want to explain exactly how the camera works on this?
I'll try.
All right.
So what iFail did there was he parried the hollow right next to the railing, So that actually put him outside. It kind of put him out of bounds for a second into what we call a kill box. But since he was in the parry animation, he doesn't instantly die from the kill box. But what it does is it makes the camera this top-down view, like as you saw. And that's kind of the camera that you get when you fall down and you hit a kill box, or when you're falling from really high. So basically, it put him in this state where the game thinks he's dead, but he's not actually dead. He can still walk around. And in this state, the assets don't really load when you're running to new areas. So the gate didn't load. He ran through the gate, and then he quit out to just reset, so that he's back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why this is so useful. You know, not having Sen's gate there just allows you to skip ringing either bell, and allows you to progress to a major part of the game, being ONS, much faster than normal. Alright, so Brimstone doing what iFail just did a bit ago. He's going to pick up RTSR and bone out of here, and then set up SGS himself. Yeah, and there was mention in chat of how quantity storage pretty much single-handedly brought run times close together. This is a good point, because the founding of the quantity storage glitch kind of opened up this tournament to more people with the advent of the Dragon Tooth +5 route.
Yeah.
iFail has to be careful here. All right. Alright, so iFail running through the upper section of Sen's Fortress here.
I think he's gonna go to the Merchant. Yes, it looks like he's going to the Merchant. I think he's probably gonna buy a Firebomb and some Blossoms, and he's actually gonna use those to dupe them later.
Now you can see that Brimstone is a bit too high here, and that's why this keeps failing for him. He'll need to position himself basically right next to the pillar, kind of like that, where he did that punch.
Yeah,
all right, he should be good, I think, now.
Should be good, yeah. No,
no. He's still a little bit too high. Alright, so iFail going to Iron Golem here. Iron Golem fight is pretty simple, especially with RTSR. I believe it's one running attack. Then, once Iron Golem positions himself correctly, it's one more running attack to stagger him. And then the final running attack to knock him off.
Yeah. So Brimstone decided to quit out and reset there.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the best thing to do.
Yeah. The Hollow just wasn't cooperating, getting in the right position. Yeah, he's so close.
Yeah, that's so strange, because it looks like he's getting it and then losing it almost.
This should be good, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it does look like he's getting it, and then it's going away.
Alright, so iFail doing his level up here. He takes the first bonfire in Anor Londo. Brimstone doing the camera work. If you use a controller for this, it's pretty dang tough.
Yeah,
if you use a keyboard, it's a lot simpler, yeah.
Seems like he's having trouble finding the doorway. There we go. That doorway is hard to find sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because you can't see anything.
Cool little jump here onto the walkway. And we'll see what the rafters have for us. The Painted Guardians here, not just the two on the rafters, but the two that fall down here, can cause all sorts of havoc.
I think I've seen approximately like 500 different ways to die here
Yeah, that's
in my
insane.
years of playing this game.
I'm
Anything
sure
can
there's
happen.
some things we have not seen yet,
I'm
as
sure, yeah.
always. Oh, oh, very close there. You have to be careful because even when they're in that jump animation like that, they can still do a vacuum backstab on you.
Yeah.
He does
He
do
actually
Nano Rafters
yeah.
there.
He went for Nama Rafters and got it.
So the nice thing about Nano Rafters is I think it's more precise than the other jump, without a doubt, but you get to avoid that other Painting Guardian. All right, so Brimstone coming up to the boulder here. He'll do a quit out, I believe. And iFail going through this bit of a gauntlet area before he reaches ONS. I call it a gauntlet area because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean in casual playthrough this is hell for people.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, even for speedruns, if you're going through here, you need to make sure you have your audio cues set up, or you need to turn your camera to make sure you don't get hit by too many lightning spears.
Yeah, it looks like iFail is going for the camera strat, the look behind strat. Yeah, in this part, you got lightning being thrown at you a lot of the time. You got arrows being shot at you.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
And then for this part up here, you kind of need the sound cue for the archer on the left side.
Yeah.
And so one of the neat things about the Drake Sword here is just that. You can use the R2 to knock that guy off. Alright, so I would probably not do a race without taking this bonfire. This bonfire is very important to me. Because ONS can... I mean, we were talking about the rafters early, but ONS have about 5,000 different ways in which they can cause you death, so...
Yeah.
Always important to take this.
So iFail's going down here. The reason he's going down here is because this is where the Dragon Tooth is. It's in one of these chests. And he's duping off of the chest opening animation. Very optimal.
Yeah, that's the other nice thing about that. Since it's a DT route, it doesn't really lose too much time to take that bonfire there. I think it's probably only like 9 or 10 seconds, maybe.
Oh man, Brimstone. I'm not even sure what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't even
looked over
see.
and he was dead.
It's possible that he was just a little bit too close to the axe.
That's a really unfortunate death because he has to do Sen's Gate skip again and run through all of Sen's Fortress.
All right, so iFail using his Blossom there, and we'll see what ONS has for him. You can see that he is mid-rolling. It's because the weapon is so heavy.
Yeah, it's a very, very heavy weapon. I think without Fapping, you need 30-something endurance.
Oh man, that was so
Blossom,
close.
Blossom saving him there.
Wow, that was impressive. That was really impressive.
Yeah, with the side swings that Smo does, if you're right next to him, in front of him, it'll miss you. So he took advantage of that.
Yeah, he set that up really nicely to take advantage of that that hitbox for the swing that Smo does.
Yeah. I used to be very scared because I used to die from that before I knew that, and then I was like, oh, okay. I can just be next to him, it won't hit me, and it was a whole new world.
So iFail does miss the elevator there. I can't remember how much time that loses.
Not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Brimstone back within Sens, so he'll go up to Iron Golem again. Since he's in Sens for the second time, he will not have to deal with the boulder. The boulder cycle alternates depending on when you come back to Sens. Like 2nd, 4th, 6th, and on, you will not see the boulder.
So iFail looks like he is I guess he's going down to Quelaag right now.
Yep.
Well, what have we here?
The reason he's doing Quelaag right now is because he wants to ring the bell down there, and that'll actually get Frapp to appear, which means he can do all his duping, all his quantity storage stuff.
Right. And I believe when he goes down there, he takes, I can't quite remember. Does he take the Daughter of Chaos Bonfire?
Demon Ruins Bonfire.
Demon Ruins Bonfire, okay. Yeah, that's the one.
And then he's gonna, since he's down here already, he's gonna be doing all of the Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith bosses.
Oh yeah, there was some permutation of some route before that actually took one of the bonfires, and then you would go back to Firelink for something or some other boss order, and then come back down to do Ceaseless and the rest of the bosses.
That was a DT +5 route?
I can't remember. I just have so many different things in my mind that I'm just in a state of confusion.
There's too many routes to keep track of. Too many different versions of the same route as well.
Yeah, so one of the cool things that you can do now, ever since plunges were discovered, is you can actually do a Blighttown plunge here. However, it's one of the hardest ones, and I don't think anyone has any kind of consistency with it yet. So we'll just see him do the usual Blighttown drop here.
He also wouldn't want to do it here in this route because he's going to go get the Dragon Scale.
Yeah, that's very true.
So he would be pretty far away. Although it might still be faster, I'm not sure. But... Okay, Brimstone coming up to Iron Golem here. You missed a running attack. I don't think it oh, it does matter.
Yeah. Oh man, not rolling that makes me so nervous.
He actually attacked Iron Golem too early there, which means if he hit Iron Golem again and Iron Golem fell, he wouldn't have fallen off. So he quit out to reset that.
Alright, so iFail's on his way to Quelaag now. That you'll see the use of that scale later when he does the quantity storage glitch. He's going to use that glitch to get the needed dragon scales to upgrade his weapon. And Brimstone finishes off Iron Golem.
iFail eating a Blossom there just so he can roll a lot faster. And I'm assuming it's going to last into the Quelaag fight. Let's see. Let's go for the first try move swap. I guess I jinxed it.
Yeah, I've been having some issues with move swap lately, so I know this feel.
Oh yeah, I think everyone's gone through that. They have like a 2-week period where they just can't move swap for the life of them.
Yeah.
I think we've all gone through it.
I mean, just to explain it really quickly, if you get the animation where your character just kind of puts the weapon back into the hand that it was in, yeah, you're doing it too slowly. If you get the animation where you're swinging the weapon, then you're doing it too fast. And this bad thing about doing it too fast is if you're not near a wall or something, you're going to see the entire animation of that weapon, which takes a long time.
Yeah, especially if you can't equip it. If you don't have the stats, then it's an even longer animation.
Alright, so pretty basic fight there for iFail. Brimstone avoiding... oh, misses the jump that time. Yeah, didn't turn quite enough to the right.
Yeah, it's a pretty precise jump. Now that iFail has both the rings. both the bells rung. That's what I meant to say. He's going to be going to Frampton, doing all of his levels, all of his duping, getting his weapon upgraded, and then he'll be good to go.
Yeah, and iFail taking the Demon Ruins bonfire here.
And of course, he's putting his stuff in the bottomless box first.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I remember happens. He takes that bonfire. He puts the stuff in the box. Now he's gonna go do the quantity storage glitch at Frampt over here.
Yeah, I think he's gonna place the Lord Vessel first. Yeah. You need to talk to Frampt to place the Lord Vessel, otherwise he gets mad at you.
Yeah, and then you run back. Of course, you don't want to sit at this bonfire.
No. Yeah, Demon Ruins bonfire isn't warpable, so he'd have to run all the way back down if he accidentally sat there.
All right, so Brimstone going through this gauntlet area now. He healed up, and he looks to be in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, so quantity storage. This is what iFail is doing right now. He bought 999 arrows earlier, and he's actually going into the menu of dropping the arrows, and it actually stores that number there. So it stores 999. And what he did there was he uses the quantity storage there to feed Frampt more items than he actually has. So he fed Frampt all the 999 Quelaag souls, which is how he has so many souls right now. And then since he put the items in his bottomless box, like the blossom, the firebomb, and the scale, there's a neat thing where if you feed Frampt more items than you actually have in your box, it ends up just giving you the maximum amount of items for that item. So it actually gave him 99 scales, 99 blossoms, 99 firebombs. That's pretty much how the duping works. Extremely useful.
So Brimstone just went through that same area we saw iFail go through not too long ago. He's going to get a setup here from the Knight. And then head into the... Oh, yeah, that probably isn't quite enough, I guess. He might have to drop down twice for this.
Well, he's trying to take damage. Oh. He did a bit of higher jump there to try to take damage from that railing jump, but it doesn't look like it worked out.
Okay, so that's enough. That's good. Okay, so iFail. What does he have? Does he have throwing knives?
I don't think he bought any.
How does he trigger?
He must have. Yeah. Otherwise,
yeah.
He could pick up the clothes, but okay. It looks like he bought one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The alternative here, if you don't have throwing knives, is shoot him with a bow, and then you move swap mid-fight, which is the more risky strat.
So he wasn't right up against the wall there. The one thing you want to do with Ceaseless is be right up against the wall so you can get the slow single attack rather than these other attacks that he's getting. Still makes pretty quick work of him in comparison to the cheese strat, so no big deal. All right, so Brimstone got through that pretty quickly. No issue with ONS, yeah.
Yeah, he got through that pretty well.
All right, this is the elevator glitch, whatever you want to call it here. Do you want to explain that?
I'll let you explain this one.
Okay. So basically, this elevator is, I guess, owned by a different area. It's owned by Demon Ruins, but it's existing.
I think,
it's existing in Quelaag's domain right now. So it's one of the last things to load, and because of that, you can actually just keep quitting out, which moves your character back a little bit. And if your character moves back far enough, the elevator won't load in time, and you'll just drop straight down.
Yeah, Brimstone got the Ring of Favor and Protection. I'm guessing he's going to use it for Quelaag.
Yeah, I mean,
I usually
either
don't see
way,
that in this route. But,
it seems like a nice safety, maybe.
Yeah, but after Quelaag, he's going to get enough levels for fast roll.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, but you do have to kick off Lautrec either way. Otherwise, later on in the run, you're going to have no Firelink Bonfire. So.
All right, so iFail going to the Centipede fight. Centipede can be kind of weird because if you get in a bad position, he can just kind of push you around while he's turning, and he'll also mess up your camera. But he can be consistent as long as you get a fairly good set of attacks from him.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
That's the worst that can happen.
Yeah.
Because he basically can't attack the boss right now.
That attack is really bad.
That's really hard to dodge.
Yeah, so when you get that attack, you actually don't want to dodge to the right, you want to dodge to the left. It's going to help you out a lot in terms of getting the needed iframes to not get hit by that.
So since he already killed Fire Sage, the elevator will just be usable at this point. So he'll just be able to go down it.
Brimstone grabbing his Dragon Scale now. He'll bone back after this, and then continue to Quelaag. You can do a little drop here off to the side, and it won't kill you. And there you go.
Just like that.
Takes this bonfire the second time.
Yeah.
All right, so Brimstone just rolling through the swamp here. Looks like he's, oh yeah, trying to get some kind of RTSR setup from that. I can't remember what those guys are called.
The Craig Spider?
Yeah, Craig Spider, that's it.
Something like that.
Nice.
Running attacks.
Yeah,
Same
getting that
damage.
running attack just before he gets off the ground. That's perfect.
Yeah. He could have easily played safe there, but he knew he had time.
Yeah. All right, so Quelaag on Brimstone's screen right now. The best opening, basically, gives you enough time to do 3 running attacks.
Yep. All you need for this route.
So that is a optimal fight right there. So after a little bit of trouble earlier, Brimstone has come back and had a very fast ONS fight, very fast Quelaag fight, and has a chance to catch up here if anything does happen to iFail.
Oh.
And please
That
don't
is very
attribute that to commentator's curse or anything.
You're lucky.
Yeah. But yeah, how that one Dragon Butt turns can be a little deceiving, because if you actually run straight for the middle, you'll hit one of his legs. You want to run a little bit more to the left. So with even with this much health, and correct me if I'm wrong, Max, I believe that iFail can still get killed by a pillar that hits him twice.
I think so.
Yeah. So that's a problem with the Beta Chaos fight. I'm not sure what triggers the pillars when you're going to kill the bug, I'm not sure if it's completely random, but sometimes when a pillar hits you and you get thrown up into the sky, you'll get hit again, and that's one of the worst things that can happen.
Yeah, I didn't see how much vitality he got. I'm guessing it's around 25 or so. But I wasn't paying attention when he leveled up.
From the size of the health bar, it looks like it might be about 30.
Did he get Fapring as well?
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he did. Okay, yeah. So only 24. Yeah. Okay.
He's actually putting on armor, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
he knows that if he has this amount of armor on, he'll probably survive no matter what.
Brimstone getting his Dragon Tooth +5, going through all his souls now. This is the classic Toki Bomb strat, one of the coolest little things you can do in this game to nullify the tedious Beta Chaos fight.
Yeah.
So no fire pillars for iFail, that's really good.
I think iFail's going on to Stray Demon now, or going to Undead Parish.
Brimstone should be move swapping shortly. He has knives, so there's no reason for him to force a move swap after hitting Ceaseless. Throws a knife. Let's see. He gets the attack he wants. That is the single attack. Without RTSR, I don't think you can one-cycle him.
No.
But still pretty quick. Very nice. Meanwhile, iFail running over to the door to the forest. I'm not sure what order he does things in. Do you know the order here in terms of, you know, when they go to dusk and whatnot? Okay.
It's probably, he's probably doing Hydra now, actually. Hydra, Sif.
Yeah, I would think so.
Firefly.
Brimstone setting up the elevator clip. So one of the weird things about the elevator clip is you can actually clip through the elevator and be too close to the hole that you're dropping through, and you'll fall onto the ledge just above Fire Sage instead of plummeting down and doing a drop attack on him, which will cause you to die. So it's always a good thing, I guess, just to do one extra quit out even after you've fallen through, as you see Brimstone do right there, just for safety.
Yeah. You can also die to like the branches near Stray Demon or Fire Sage.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I'm not exactly sure why. I know it happens to me sometimes.
I think that part is positioning, but once again, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I haven't done enough testing with the skip to kind of figure out why all the bad things happen and stuff.
So iFail doesn't go for the plunge here. I don't. I mean, I'm completely fine with that. I still have not gotten the plunges down consistently, although a lot of people are very consistent with them.
So he's throwing one firebomb because he actually needs at least, like, he needs a little bit of damage plus 2 jumping attacks to kill Hydra in 2 cycles. So that's why he's throwing the firebombs here. Hydra should die after this jump attack.
Alright, so Brimstone heading into the Centipede fight. He'll be doing what iFail did just a short period of time ago. So you kind of just want to stand here. Oh, he actually go. Oh, man. Yeah.
Extremely close. Just barely touched it.
Yeah, the edge of the lava there can be pretty bad. iFail just needing a single running attack there to take down the golden golem. Talk to Dusk. No need to say no or yes anymore. I don't think it matters. That was more of a Crapple Mage thing.
Yeah. You can also, if you're doing a route where you don't need to talk to Elizabeth, I think you can also just kill Dusk there.
Oh, really? Interesting.
It's a little faster.
Should just need this one more attack, and there we go. That's Centipede.
Oh, he tries to do what we call ruin skip, which is going on the bridge and getting the chest from dropping down on top of it. Unfortunately, he ran at it at a little bit off of the angle he wanted.
I've never really seen any analysis for ruin skip either as to how it works. For me, I've never been able to just get it consistently and tell myself this is how you do it, you know?
No, sometimes you try to go for it and you just can't get up on the ledge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. There's a backup for it where you can get up on the ledge on the other side and then kind of jump over. It's a little backup strat. But even that's not always consistent.
Yeah. Alright, so the Sif fight coming up here, you'll see he's going to equip the stone armor just to have it in slot memory for later. And then, is he going to grab the Hornet Ring? Do they use that in this round?
I'm pretty sure he's going to grab it.
Okay.
Actually, I think, never mind. I think when he was commentating the last race, he actually mentioned he's more comfortable with move swap Gwen.
Oh, okay.
I think he said that, so it looks like he will be move swapping Gwen since he skipped the Hornet Ring. And in this route, move swap Gwen is super quick because of just how overpowered.
Oh, yeah. And with that much vitality, you might even be able to take a few hits or something. So you can see that one attack that iFail... one attack that iFail got from Sif, where Sif did the side-to-side sword swing, he was a little bit too far away, so when he rolled into it, the second swing actually clipped him. You do need to be fairly close to Sif to roll that and to be basically right next to his face to avoid the second swing.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Brimstone died to one of the dragon butts.
Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah. They're not the friendliest enemies in the world.
The last dragon butt you encounter before you get on that route can actually turn in two different directions. He can turn to the right or turn to the left. I believe when he rotates to the left, that's the bad one, where he's more prone to attack you.
Yeah, when you're going up the branch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually takes a different route here that is really scary to me.
I've noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So instead of going by one of the dragon butts and just aggroing that one and kind of running past it, he aggroes the other two on the right side, which I would say is a lot tougher.
Definitely. iFail, unfortunately, missed one of those running attack hits, but luckily he has a ton of endurance, so it's not really a problem.
All right, so Duke skip is coming up. One of the skips in the game that probably it's one of the oldest, and it saves, I think, the most amount of time, unless you want to include something like Force Quit. Maybe even 5, yeah. So really, you just get on the side of this railing. Oh, he takes a death from that. So one of the bad things is if you fall and you, I guess you don't have enough momentum to get down to the railing fast enough, your character will do a bounce animation off of that. And then once you hit the elevator, you take the full fall damage as if you were falling from the top.
Yeah, it looked like he was sprinting into the corner for a tiny bit too long.
Yeah.
That's a very, very Monkashake route to take through the lava here.
There's just so many dragon butts over there.
I think he's actually going for the bonfire. Oh. No,
I think he's just
up.
going all the way around, maybe. Maybe do a quit out somewhere. All right, I think he should be good now, but they can still hit you while you're on the log. That's the problem.
Yes. Well, it looks like there aren't any around, so I think he's good to go. So iFail will have to send the elevator back down.
Right, and he is quitting out here because he needs to wait for the elevator to come back down, but also those boars can come up and just ram right into him while he's waiting for the elevator.
This time though, he can just run past the golem. Doesn't have to worry about it.
Brimstone getting that one attack from is she considered like the daughter of chaos or something? The enemy before,
one of the daughters,
yeah, one of the daughters of chaos. Getting that what is it called? It's not the fire whip attack. It's
I didn't see it.
It was the one where she basically sprays fire at you.
That's fire whip. Is it like?
Oh, that's fire whip. Yeah, I think so.
Chaos fire whip. I think that's the one you find in the chest right here.
Yeah. So she does 3 different attacks. She'll throw a fireball at you. She'll start the fire plumes or pillars or whatever you want to call them, and then she also has that fire whip attack. And I find that the fire whip is probably the hardest one to dodge out of those.
Yeah, I've definitely seen runners die to her more than once. Brimstone actually ends up missing the second firebomb on Bed of Chaos, which is not the one you want to miss. If you're going to miss, you want to miss the first one, because you actually get all the time in the world to aim and hit the first one. If you miss it, you actually could just try again with without being worried about being hit.
That was really impressive, though. He corrected that really quickly. I've been in that situation before, and I have not been able to correct it. I would probably just end up like quitting out and trying to do the fight.
I would panic.
Yeah,
I would just panic and quit out probably.
He basically found a position, got the spot to aim at, and pulled it off. So yeah, congrats to him. That was some nice work. All right, so you can do a few different drops here. Where iFail is in Crystal Cave to set up RTSR. We'll see which one he decides to do. All right, so he's going to take the right side drop. You kind of just slip off there. Just a tiny bit slower than the manly drop, which goes off a ledge a little bit earlier.
After seeing some of the recent races, though, we've seen a couple deaths there, so...
Yeah. Alright, so he's move swapping here before the fight. He's probably just going to throw a firebomb at the crystal. Meanwhile, Brimstone opening the forest door. He'll be going to dusk very shortly. iFail's going to try to do a set of pathing here to arrange these clams so they don't end up in the fight. It seems like one of them is going to, though. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a clam here.
so. Thank. May the Lord.
And we're back. All right. So
welcome back.
Welcome back, Restream 4 bot, and also welcome back, chat. Oh, he quit out too early. I feel.
Yeah, it looks like he did.
Yeah.
And if he has this, if he had the stone armor on, the dogs aren't a problem.
Oh, this is so close. He's got to get out of there. He can heal in the corner, maybe. Okay. That dog was really nice to him. Okay, so these dogs can kind of, yeah, they can kind of trap you up there. But he got out. Shouldn't have an issue now. There we go. Yeah, so a lot of things have happened since we left and took our hiatus. But iFail did finish the DLC. Brimstone caught up a little bit because iFail had a death to Manus, but iFail got through Calamite really quickly, so he's pretty much past the toughest parts. We'll see how things go from here for Brimstone.
A little scary with this dog right behind him. The rat could hit him here. It has happened.
Hopefully we get a little scary emote at some point.
Yeah. Oh, he's going for RTSR with the slime.
Interesting.
It's pretty interesting.
The slime is a okay setup for that. The only problem is there's a rat on the other side, like below the staircase, that'll come running up at you if you stand too long there.
RTSR gaping is always kind of scary because you have the channeler up above shooting at you. So if you go too far out, you can get hit pretty easily. Unfortunately, he gets the bad opening where gaping decides to just slowly walk forward and do nothing.
All right, Brimstone should have this now. Nice. All right, so Brimstone successfully gets past Manus. He did have that one death on the way to the Manus boss fight, or actually on the way to the to like the sorcerers and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wait for the cleric noise.
Yeah. Here we go.
Chat, there's your moment of zen. Enjoy it.
Right, I forgot they still have Stradium and Gwendolyn and Priscilla.
Yeah, they do.
I forgot, but this shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, and iFail falls down, but where is he? Can he get back up? No, he's on the roof.
No, he can.
No, no, yeah, he can. Okay, all right.
No,
nope, not anymore. Okay.
Oh man. He should bone out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That was
an
a roller
unfortunate,
coaster of emotion.
unfortunate series of events there.
Yeah, iFail did pick up the tracers. Now he's actually dropping them. Not really sure why, but I mean, they're good weapons, so I don't blame him.
Oh, he does it again, but
oh, he didn't. Dang.
Doesn't get a sound the second time. Yeah, I think it's only the first time.
Yeah. But the place where iFail fell, the camera can really screw you over there. It kind of around this corner. Yeah, you can see him taking it very slowly because the camera can freak out there, make you fall.
Right, so Brimstone heading into the Calamite fight now. He'll have to do Capper and Gaping after this. And so he's essentially a little over 2 bosses behind iFail, I think. Gets a great opening.
Good opening, yeah.
Just needs one more running attack. Gets a jump back, unfortunately.
He should get it here. Oh, he...
Yeah, okay, good.
Very good.
That was a very fast fight. So the straight fight's pretty simple. There's really only 3 attacks that he does. He does his flying up attack, where he pretty much hits the ground and creates kind of an area of effect thing. And then the other 2 attacks are the... I don't know how to distinguish those 2. It's like one of them...
They're both AoEs in the front.
Yeah. Yeah. One of them has a slightly different range than the other, but... In general, it's like, it's a very basic fight. The only thing that can really get you there is you might run into one of the area of effects too soon, or you might get caught in a corner or something. Or you might get a hollow in the fight. that can be bad.
Yeah, I think in the race just before this, I don't remember who it was, but they had 3 hollows in the fight.
Oh Jesus.
It was pretty scary. I think they all died from the AoE, luckily.
Yeah.
But it can happen.
Sometimes the hollows are super calm when they get down to the fight. Other times they'll just run around like crazy, waving their torches. All right, so iFail heading down to the catacombs now. He can do a pretty cool plunge here. I'm not sure if he's going to. And unfortunately, Brimstone does take a death there.
Brimstone decided to take his stone armor off right when you load it in, which I find it's better to do it after you're past the dogs, just so that doesn't happen.
iFail choosing not to quit out the lever here. So the issue with this is the skeletons are already spawned in and they can block you. But he was not blocked there, so that's good. He is move swapped, so he's going to take the normal route. Looks like. He will have to heal, though. Okay, so he's going to take this... this is one of the slower ones. It's the safest one. Setting up on that ledge over there so you don't get hit by the skeletons. Rolling off, healing once, rolling off, healing again, and then rolling off towards the Pinwheel Fog Gate. Brimstone just having a little bit of trouble with Capra skip here. He should be good now. Yeah. And RTSR on top of that. Incredible.
Well, yeah. I don't blame him for healing. The dogs are pretty scary. So you can see iFail actually... Yeah, iFail actually opened the menu there. He pressed... he opened the little menu in the corner before the Rite of Kindling popped up. That actually lets him grab the ladder as that message is still on the screen. So it saves a tiny bit of time.
Brimstone not getting a jump there, so he'll have to go back up and deal with a few of these hollows. Okay, gets it smoothly. iFail walking through Dark Tomb of the Giants here, or running through, rather. Pretty simple. There's a few areas where things can go wrong, but the pathing is basically set in stone. Yeah. So as long as you know where to go, it's not a big issue.
He does get the jump on top.
And over here, that little drop right there that iFail just did, you actually want to stay as close to the right wall as possible. In one of my races, I made the mistake of not doing that, and I ended up slipping off the ledge.
Yeah. If you are really close, though, you can... You've probably experienced this, where you hit a slope and then you get a stored roll.
Yeah, you can get that as well.
Yeah. So Brimstone looks like he got the good opening on Gaping, unlike iFail. iFail had a pretty unlucky Gaping Dragon.
All right, thank you, Brimstone. And sadly, we don't have your audio. Meanwhile, iFail going into the Nito fight. No screams yet. I actually got, I think, 4 screams in my fight.
Yeah, I think I remember against a newbie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a big deal because you have stone armor, so...
No.
4 screams would be pretty annoying if you were doing any other route, I think.
Yeah. One more running attack. I guess 2 more.
All right, pretty basic Nito. I forgot. Yeah, iFail still needs to do 4 kings as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he has 4 kings, Gwendolyn, Priscilla.
Yeah, and then Gwen. And then he should be done. So Brimstone has his RTSR set up here with half health. you can just jump into the fight and you will get an RTSR set up. He's going to wait for a bit here just so he can get past the
Oh,
hollow.
man.
So that little spot right there can be kind of tough to jump off of. You have to make sure you jump off where the gap is open. If you're too far to the left side, it seems like you just get stuck, but you still end up falling off the side.
A very
Really
good fight, though.
Fight, yeah.
And he could heal once and then take the drop. Worked out perfectly.
All right, so iFail swaps over to the Covenant. He no longer has the FAP ring. He has his RTSR set up. He's about to do Seal Skip. I'm sure people have heard the description of Seal Skip over and over again, but do you want to provide some insight on that, Max?
Yeah, sure. So there's a couple ways to do Seal Skip. Basically what Seal Skip is you run out of bounds to get to Four Kings, and you don't have to drain the water first. So the way that iFail is going to do it is with no fall control. It's a little more tricky because you have to slowly walk off the ledge, and you have to hit a slope. And when you hit the slope, it actually delays the damage you take, and you can quit out. If you quit out in time, you'll just spawn at the bottom, out of bounds.
Yeah, and his quit out was a bit too late, so he got the death animation.
Yeah, I think he actually didn't hit the slope. I think sometimes what happens is you get flung off like too fast, and you actually go past the slope, which won't work, and then he quit out too late. I think that's what happened there.
Yeah, there's a set of different drops in this game. You'll get something that's kind of like a quick drop, where you get to the edge of the side of something and you just suddenly fall off, and that makes you drop very close to whatever you're dropping off of, and that's what you want to hit that slope.
The fall control seal skip is a lot easier, and it actually, you jump and you hit. There's basically, iFail's going to quit out twice once he does the skip, or he's going to quit out once and land on a different spot once he does the skip. With fall control, you can go straight to the second little ledge. You'll see what I mean once iFail gets it here.
Oh, and Brimstone very close to that skull. Okay, he's able to heal up though, so that's good. Those skulls, as you probably know, explode and cause damage and just are not very nice in general. Also, they can interfere with plunges.
It looks like he got seal skip there. We'll find out. There's actually another way to do this, which is, you didn't get it. You can actually, just like Fire Sage elevator clip, where you slowly walk, or you slowly move backwards as you quit out, you can actually face backwards for the seal skip here. And eventually, you'll hit the slope right when you load in.
See, that was it. He got the quick drop, but he didn't quit out soon enough. And the thing I like to do here is just inch off little by little, which takes a little bit longer, but kind of allows me to get the timing right. If you kind of just slow walk off of it, it's a little bit tougher, I think.
Yeah, I use the keyboard and use the slow walk button.
Okay, yeah. All right, so Brimstone going through the segment of Tomb of the Giants over to Nito.
Brimstone might catch up here.
Yeah, it all depends on how much of an issue Seal Skip gives iFail.
But after Four Kings, I think iFail should be pretty good to go. I don't think he'll have a problem on Gwendolyn or Priscilla.
No, those are pretty easy fights. Gwendolyn, I'm not sure if you even need RTSR for.
I think it's 2 running attacks either way.
Is it?
Or it
Okay.
might be 1 running attack with RTSR, but
Yeah.
I know for Priscilla, it's 2 running attacks either way.
Yeah, so you don't really need to take much risk on either of those fights. so it should end up being pretty easy.
Yeah, and the 2 kings setup in this route is, it's not really a setup. You just kind of do your running attacks, and you'll get 2 kings pretty easily.
And you see that Brimstone did a plunge there to negate fall damage, which is pretty cool. Simply tanking the scream, which you can do.
iFail got magic, but
Yeah, unfortunately.
it could have been worse. He could have gotten the missile.
Yeah,
That follows him around. Also, I just noticed he isn't doing RTSR actually.
yeah. I wonder if that was due to seeing the magic.
I think
Not really
so.
sure.
Yeah, I think he saw it and just healed.
Yeah.
to play
Did
it
he get
safe,
the
so.
Did he get the one where the king like twists around and shoots out small amounts of magic everywhere?
It was like 2 sets. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
Start off far apart and they get closer.
Yeah.
But he was right in front, so it missed him.
Yeah. That one's not too bad. You can just go in for an attack on that.
Yeah. So he will be getting 3 kings since he opted to heal.
Yeah, so Brimstone right behind iFail now. Looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty good race. Unfortunately, due to the fact that we only have 3 boss fights left, it's going to be pretty hard for Brimstone to catch up.
Yeah.
But we'll see. What
Oh
happens.
man. Getting really unlucky with these 4 kings.
Yeah.
Gotta get the RTSR for the last hit.
Of course. All right, so that's 4 kings down. He's gonna go to Anor Londo now. He'll do Gwendolyn, then Priscilla, and then Gwen.
Looks like Brimstone got seal skip first try there. Yep.
Yeah, really nice.
Hey, he did that super quick. Brim is missing, same as iFail actually, apart from 4 kings. So after 4 kings, Brimstone will go to Gwendolyn, Priscilla, and then Gwen.
Alright, so he drops the item. He's going to take this easy here. Just wait for the attack rather than do an attack immediately. So the first king can waste a bit of time. It doesn't really matter, because you have to wait for the second king to spawn anyways. And that's perfectly fine. So that's a good start for him. He should get 2 kings, no problem. As long as the second king doesn't start out with magic, that would probably be kind of bad.
Yeah. With the second king, though, he spawns with his back towards you, so a free attack is... You always get a free attack here.
Yeah.
But then after that...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
there we
That's
go.
super easy in DT +5. I didn't even realize.
Oh, yeah, it's so much damage.
Yeah.
You can miss an entire running attack and still be fine.
Alright, so Gwendolyn, a lot of RNG here. We'll see what he has in store for iFail. He can pretty much perpetually keep you next to a pillar if he keeps doing that one attack that he started out with. You can run forward during this other attack, and when he starts doing the arrow attack, that's when you want to start running towards him.
Yeah.
These two very close now.
Yeah, this is pretty unlucky. There we go.
There's 2. He's going to do a running attack, and 1 more. And that's Gwendolyn. All right, so Painted World can be a challenge to navigate if you don't know it too well, but once you do it a few times and learn it, it's not too bad. There aren't too many areas that can really cost you time or a death. Besides, I guess, the bloatheads, they might do an attack that you're not used to.
Yeah, they could hit you.
Yeah.
Running through this room, just like that, you have to watch out for the knives. They can.
Yeah.
You have to listen, or you can turn the camera around.
All right, so Brimstone going for RTSR here.
Yeah, so it should be only one running attack.
He gets arrows immediately. So arrows are usually either 2 or 3. Gets arrows again, so very good Gwendolyn there.
Well, he's catching up pretty good here.
There we go.
He decides to run back instead of use the Homeward Bone, which I think might be faster. RTA. It's probably pretty similar, actually. Is he gonna keep RTSR? It looks like he has his humanity ready, so probably not.
Alright, so iFail dropping down on this invisible ledge here. Feel free to use that if you're playing and want a quick way to get to Priscilla.
Yeah, super easy to do.
You want to kind of stay more to the left side here when that knight drops down. If you stay all the way to the right, he'll block you when he drops down because his position of where he drops down changes based on where you're running.
Yeah.
I expected as much from thee. Why does thee hurry toward thine death?
So Priscilla spawned right in front of iFail, which is exactly what you want.
Has to be careful here, and yeah, no issue. My apologies for revealing some of the cheats in this game, Milt. Alright, so that is everything except for the final boss for iFail. He's obviously going to do the move swap win, since he does not have the Hornet Ring.
Yes.
Brimstone with very consistent move swaps, by the way.
Yeah, Brimstone's been doing really well in this, I guess, like second half of the race.
Yeah, it was just the first half, you know, with SGS and Iron Golem and some other issues. But once he got past that, like I said, ONS was really good, Quillag was really good. Did have that issue going into Abyss, but everything's been pretty good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she survives with a tiny bit of HP.
Yeah. Still fine. iFail gets hit there.
Yeah.
Did he get the fast attack from the BKGS Knight? I didn't even see.
I wasn't watching. Probably.
Yeah, there's a really quick side-to-side attack that the Black Knight does there that you need to roll. The other attacks you can kind of just run past. Even the golf swing isn't too bad.
No, I think any other attack would have done more damage as well to him.
Yeah.
So I think it was the fast one. It's always nice to see a race when they're both in the kiln at the same time. You know that's it's a pretty good race then.
Oh yeah. All right, so this is move swap win. Basically, you want to just roll into him and hit him once, backstep, hit him again, and you're just stun locking him.
Yeah, this only works with weapons that stun lock him in 2 hits or 3 hits. But yeah, if you try this with a weapon like BKH, for example, he won't be stun locked, and it won't really work.
All right, so GG to iFail. He finishes in an SRL time of 1:42:32. While Brimstone is running to Gwyn here, I'll take a look at this really quickly. Looks like iFail is going to go up against the loser of 21. Game 21 is Sastatin versus Pink and Orange and Gold.
And unfortunately, this is a double, or this is the losers bracket, so Brimstone is out of the tournament, unfortunately.
All right, so Brimstone doing the same thing here. He's using RTSR, so it's going to be quicker. Oh, but he gets a jump back. Oh,
that is the worst thing that can happen.
Oh,
swap.
Well, I mean, it was worth going for. You know, he already knew that iFail had won. Yeah. And speaking of iFail, congratulations.
Thank you very much. This feels like an undeserved win to me. I did so much.
Yeah, there were both some sections where there were some struggles. I know that you had a bit of issues with seal skip.
Yeah.
But in general, Brimstone's second half was really really good. So how did you feel in general about the run? Did you have sections where you thought everything was good, and just a few mistakes here and there, or what?
First off, I hated Hollow Room.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not just you. Brimstone had some issues there too.
I didn't watch his run, so I have to rewatch it later. I was happy about first try ONS. Some stuff went quite okay, I think. I'm just going through the splits right now. The death to Centipede was unexpected, and then he did some, just stood there and his AI was weird. Yeah. I mean, there were some weird parts that I really didn't like. Death to Manus was unfortunate, but not too bad. Picked up rubbish because I failed our under Berg skip.
Yeah,
my late game was pretty trash actually, but overall I'm okay. Death to Duke skip was unnecessary, but yeah.
Yeah, the Duke skip just, I think the drop was a little bit too late, and so you ricocheted off of the railing.
Yeah, I think I also ran a bit too far to the right or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to advance, obviously, but I feel like Brimstone probably played better than I did. I don't know.
He did have a really good second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because you can kind of break up a run like Dark Souls all bosses in the parts, and even if you have a brilliant DLC and you have a bad start and like 5 or 6 deaths to ONS, you can't really bring it back.
Yeah, that's true. Always just happen some things that completely throw you out of the race.
Yeah.
I mean, GG to Brimstone as well. It was still fun racing against him, and I think it was quite an even matchup.
Yeah, it was really good. Especially near the end, while you were running to Gwyn and almost at his fog gate, Brimstone started running towards Gwyn. So yeah, it was very close. But unfortunately, Brimstone died twice in the kiln so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
Yeah, I would say you were about just a little less than 2 minutes apart from each other.
Okay, so quite close to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, very close.
All right, so running attack there, and he jumps back again.
So unlucky. Yeah.
The best thing to do there is just to quit out. Yeah.
So smart.
And let me. Don't want to disturb your commentary.
No, it's fine. We'll have Brimstone hop in here shortly. All right, so there it is again, and this time, better luck with Gwyn, and that is the run for Brimstone. So let me see if he wants to hop in here as well.
Alright. Oh yeah, okay. Something like 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. So with the deaths, it ended up being about 5 minutes difference.
Wow, doing RTSR.
Yeah, he actually did RTSR for a lot of things, including Priscilla, I think, and Gwendolyn as well.
I mean, Gwendolyn, you can set up somewhat easily. Priscilla, not so much with 24 Vitality, I feel like.
I don't think he did Priscilla, if I remember correctly.
Oh, did he not? Oh, yeah,
He definitely
yeah.
did
You're,
Gwendolyn.
that's right. He did use that humanity before Priscilla. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'll see if
Priscilla was terrible.
I'll see if Brimstone wants to hop in here to talk over everything real quick. I'm not sure if we have another match coming up here, but we do have another match tonight, I believe, right?
Yeah. Another match at 9 p.m. EDT.
Yeah.
So how? I guess that's in 3.5 hours.
Yeah, about 3.5 hours. That'll be Regal versus Dark One, and that'll be on Speed Gaming 2. Brimstone can't hop in, so I guess we'll just leave off here. Any other thoughts about any of your progression in the tournament so far, iFail, and your matchup against either Pink or Sastatin?
I mean, I'm half expected to like not progress this round because I'm pretty nervous in races for some reason. I expect the same thing for the next race, either against Pink or against Sastatin. But
Yeah.
I will be looking forward to racing against either of them because it's just experience to gain, and I do like the DT plus 5 road, even though some people say that it's quite boring.
Well, I think it's a great route for the marathon. I think it was pretty much built for a tournament. You know?
Either for beginners or for a marathon.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so yeah, GG again on the win. Best of luck in the tournament as it progresses. And I just want to give a big shout out to the Speed Gaming staff for keeping everything running behind the scenes, for everyone watching, for all the participants in the tournament. Also to Nax for commentary tonight. And
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for your commentary.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. I think I'll hop off now, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, see ya, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good day.